Man United are through to the quarter-finals of the Europa League, beating AC Milan 1-0. A game of two halves, really. First half, we got touched up. I'm surprised we didn't concede a goal in that first half. And the second half was all about Paul Pogba, because he came on and we looked like a different team. Paul Pogba getting the all-important away goal at the end. And from then on out, we pretty much dominated. We dominated Milan. They brought on Delo, they brought in Ibrahimovic, they brought in Ibrahim Diaz. And today, our mentality in that second half looked so strong that there was no point where I was even worried about Ibrahimovic, because or the other two substitutes, because we played so well. Paul Pogba came on, made the difference. I thought Lindelof played quite well today, defended quite well especially against Ibrahimovic, kept him quiet. And their strikers quiet, whatever. It just, if in that first half, I think we were like a 4 out of 10. We were just awful. Fred and McTominay just didn't dominate the midfield. Then again, they're not there to dominate the midfield. They're there to protect their centre backs. Paul Pogba comes on for Rashford. I really hope Rashford is not injured. Praying. Took Rashford off, brought Paul Pogba on, scores the goal. And from there, I was praying to get a second, but honestly, I wasn't really worried, because Milan didn't do that much to threaten our defense. There was one header from Ibrahimovic, which Dean Henderson made a great save. Other than that, there wasn't much to it. There was something else I was gonna say as well. I forgot what it was, but anyway. Dan James as well didn't play that well in the first half, but then the way he was dribbling around their defense in the second half was just absolutely brilliant. Here's the thing I wanted to say. Oli didn't bottle with substitutions. He didn't bottle. He didn't go to a flipping back five in the last 10 minutes, and we didn't bottle it. We just looked like we were gonna see this through. And maybe that has to do with Paul Pogba being on the pitch. I definitely think with Pogba, Bruno, and Cavani in the side, you could argue even Eric Bailly as well. I think we're just a stronger side, not just in terms of ability or quality, but in terms of mentality. I think if you take those 4 players out the team, there's no mentality there as well. They're just a bunch of bottle jobs, really. And Pogba comes on and we turn it up, different mindset. So really happy about that. I purposely made this video a bit late because today was the UCL and UEL draw. We got Granada. Easy draw until we get to the semis, because we now play either Ajax or Roma if we beat Granada. But look, if it's any indication that we've seen in the Europa League, we turn up. We do turn up in these big games. We've turned up against Sociedad. We've turned up against Milan, albeit we bottled the 1 goal in the home fixture of AC Milan, but we get through. That's what I like about it. So Granada should be quite easy. We should beat them. I don't, I don't think even if we tried as hard as we could do a Tottenham. Like, did you see that game, that Tottenham game? that that's criminal, no pun intended, because their manager was literally in jail, and and Spurs bottled the 2-0 lead. Trophy Mourinho. I'm pretty sure Mourinho has reached his expiry date now. If he hasn't already surpassed it a long time ago. Like, Jose Mourinho's done as a manager, but I think the players as well just have no mentality, and that serves as an example for us. We could easily become Spurs if we're not careful. So yeah, I mean, we just have to go on strong now. What else do I want to talk about? UCL draws as well. City against Dortmund. That could be very interesting. Hope Dortmund win. Hope Haaland scores two hat-tricks against City. Liverpool and Real Madrid. I don't trust Real Madrid to beat Liverpool, so I think Liverpool will win that one. Chelsea and Porto. That speaks for itself. PSG and Bayern is going to be a very good game. Repeat of last season's final. So yeah. Oh yeah, and obviously the last video I made was on the City one. There's a City fan that actually advised me to do a little bit of research on how many trophies City won, and I didn't know this. But City had won. I think they won the first division titles back when it was called the first division. They won it twice. They won the FA Cup 4 times in the 20th century, which I think was more than Chelsea did. And another thing, when City won the FA Cup in 1904, that was the first trophy won by a Manchester club. So I think that's pretty interesting. So, I guess they did win trophies after all. But of course they never came close to firstly they never came close to our dominance. They never had that period of dominance. Well, they're having it now, so yeah. So yeah. I just realized one thing about actually speaking as a United fan. It's the hardest thing to be as a football content creator is unbiased. That is probably the hardest thing you can be. Like, I was watching that. I mean, for example, that Mark Goldbridge, that football video. It's so. I realized it's so hard not to be bitter towards City. But I think that the key to it is just accepting that they're levels above us, and that, we're in the Europa League, they're in the Champions League. It is what it is. But we just got to focus on ourselves. I suppose that's the way we all should move forward. Leicester next in the cup. And it's going to be a different challenge. Iheanacho has just scored a hat-trick against Sheffield. So, yeah, I mean, let's see. You know what? I think we perform better in these tougher games. I think we just turn up. I like all these tougher games. It shows what we're made of. I think our worry is always against the lower teams, which you'd argue, Granada is one of those lower teams. But we should get through realistically. So, let's see what happens. Like and subscribe, and let's go.